T-shirt. Check.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
34-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Right there, 52.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's third down.
Kevin Byard.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
A 51-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught on the right side at Smith. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
16-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal. Expect them to tackle right here on this.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. On his screen, this is Evans. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, it's 9-0. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
And 9 at the Titans' 27-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. On play action, they'll throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Darrington Evans, the running back. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
The 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got him. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chase Claypool, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
3rd down.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That is 3.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
The Bucs take over.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it go again. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
The 23-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry. Cut 19. Make these babies cry all the way back.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. Squeeze, double. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
No gain on this defense.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
51, Mike 51. Watch the out.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. This is taken way up at the 25. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Greg Zerline set to kick off.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. They'll set up to throw. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Back to throw again. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
They'll run out of the gun with Evans. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 6-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's the option. On the RPO, that's complete right side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they? And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll run it with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Flush to his right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets,
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
That's complete to Hightower. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Who that? Mike 5-4.
That's caught by Howard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
To O.J. Howard.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Lining up for the point after.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in. Just past the 50. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Titans.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception.
Second down.
Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 6-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through.
They've got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure right. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a 1st down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL